Hello everyone, I'm your host Heather Dawson and welcome to RC Spotlight, an exciting program where we show you ways to live, work, and play in our beautiful city of Rancho Cucamonga. Well, it seems like we're not the only ones who have discovered how wonderful Rancho Cucamonga is. As Tiffany Carter explains, people from outside our region are noticing our beautiful city.
The convention center is really here for one primary reason, and that's to bring visitors to the destination.
Michael Kraus is the president and CEO of the Greater Ontario Convention and Visitors Bureau. He's one guy with a plan to make residents outside of Rancho Cucamonga and Ontario take notice of and take part in all that these cities have to offer, from their hotels, restaurants, and shopping to major events, the lifestyle, and their charm. With less than 2 years on the job, Michael's leadership at the Visitors Bureau has helped significantly expand interest from out-of-state visitors and how much they spend when they travel to Rancho and Ontario. For instance, an event like Inlet Empire Restaurant Week brings more than $1 million to the region, and the Huck Finn Jubilee adds another $15 million.
It must be made tangible.
With endless indoor and outdoor attractions and 60 nearby hotels, more and more visitors are occupying the area's 6,000 rooms. In fact, the Route 66 Cruise and Reunion Weekend is expected to double in size from last year to about 300,000 tourists.
And remember, we consult with these hotels and our community partners. We don't just run rampant over here. We consult with them. We get their opinions and their views. When do they need our help? When do they need more of a push from us?
Michael, tell me what the experience has been for you up to this point.
I would say that I've been most pleasantly surprised by the support I've gotten. Not only did I have unanimous support for the development of the Visitor and Convention Bureau and its funding model from the hotel community, but I also had incredible political support and partnership with both the cities of Rancho and Ontario. They came together in a collaborative style.
So Michael, tell me how your role changed from the time you started to right now. Has it expanded from what your original vision?
As far as changing my direction, I had no clue when I walked in here that I would ever, in less than 2 years, be able to get the funding that we needed to do these things through the hotel partnerships. But I never thought we'd be able to rebrand, create, all these events and improve sales, and hotels would grow in occupancy and rate in less than 2 years. I never thought in a million years that would happen.
Events like Restaurant Week help further promote new and established businesses like Brio Restaurant here at Victoria Gardens. It also gives the Convention and Visitors Bureau a civic sense of pride knowing their hard work is really making a difference.
While I was sitting there in Brio, I noticed this table of ladies. Well, each lady either had an advertising piece I had done from the newspaper or had a card that we had produced or a mailer we had done. I said, "How did you hear about us? How are you doing this?" She says, "Well, we have been going down the list of restaurants in your ad, and we each take a turn picking the restaurant that we want to try." This was their fourth restaurant visit in the 1 week. So they had gone each day to a new restaurant from Restaurant Week promotion that we had created. So that's the goal. The goal is to get people to try new things. And perhaps they wouldn't be able to afford it if we didn't have the special pricing that Restaurant Week provides.
With the two cities combined, the growth in tourists plus their spending dollars add up to an explosion in new jobs created, a total of nearly 1,000 and counting. In less than 2 years on the job, Michael's vision has exceeded even his biggest hopes. He's helped strategically thrust these once sleepy towns outside of Los Angeles into the spotlight. In a state where the population is nearly 40 million, both Rancho and Ontario are quickly becoming increasingly popular tourist and visitors destinations in California. But unlike Route 66 Cruise and Reunion next month, Michael's nowhere close to feeling like he can cruise. As is the case for most visionaries, Michael's not slowing down his search for reasons to further drive visitors to the cities of Rancho Cucamonga, Ontario, and the Inland Empire region.
We're looking for more, by the way, so if anybody has any great ideas, we want to hear them. But remember, unique and different is the key. If it's not unique and different, it won't drive visitors. So it can't be being done everywhere else. So give me your ideas, I'll take them.
For more information on all upcoming events, check out their website and social media. From Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Tiffany Carter for RC Spotlight.
Well, getting construction projects done in the city of Rancho Cucamonga is now getting faster and easier. Let's find out why from David Wiley.
Getting permits and inspections for construction projects in Rancho Cucamonga, both big and small, could be time-consuming in the past. But that process has been streamlined thanks to a new program called Accelerate. Accelerate is a program that allows contractors and developers to use computers and tablets to do things like apply for permits or schedule an inspection without having to go to City Hall.
The idea is that we want to help accelerate your developments. We want to make sure that you move through the process quickly and efficiently, and that you have visibility to it, whether you're at home or at the office or here at City Hall.
Accelerate is a program that is easily accessible from the city's website that allows anyone who's planning a project to get the process rolling from virtually anywhere.
For example, if you're a homeowner and let's say you want to change out your water heater, you need to come to City Hall and typically come in and get a permit, and it takes a little bit of time, maybe an hour or so. But the idea here is that if you don't want to come in and fill out the paperwork and sit and wait in line for someone to come and assist you, you can actually go directly to Accelerate and request that water permit, that water heater replacement permit right online. So you can actually start it, you can pay for it online, and then once you've had it installed, you can actually go in and request for a building inspector to come out and do an inspection on it to make sure that it's been installed safely.
And those same features are available for builders who may be developing a number of projects at the same time.
Let's say you're a contractor and you're working on maybe 4 or 5 different projects here within the city. You can apply for any of those same types of projects right from Accelerate. And then because you are the person of record for those applications, for those building permits per se, then you have access to view all of them at any given time.
And for those who may not have access to a computer or tablet, there is an Accelerate kiosk at City Hall where anyone can come in and get the ball rolling. Now, the Accelerate program is designed for those who are working on projects within the city. But a separate program called Accela is being used by city staff. It gives them similar flexibility to speed up things that in the past would have taken hours or even days.
So now we have inspectors in the field who are using tablets and iPads who can actually access this system directly from there to actually input their inspection results. So rather than an inspector having to go out into the field, possibly handwrite corrections or handwrite that this inspection was complete and it's okay, then come back into the office and then manually type in on the computer the results, they can do it all directly from an iPad.
So the bottom line for both the Accelerate and Accela programs is to speed up the building and permitting process, making it more convenient for everyone.
What the idea is that as we're driving through that innovation and we're continuing to reduce the additional number of steps that either internal staff or a resident or business person has to go through to get through the process, it saves them time and it saves us time as well.
And time is money.
Absolutely. And that's very important, I think, for everyone today.
You can check out Accelerate at cityofrc.us/accelerate. Or stop by City Hall and visit the Accelerate kiosk. I'm David Wiley.
One nice aspect of living in Rancho Cucamonga is the easy access to freeways. And now the I-15 interchange has now had a major overhaul. Here's more from David Wiley.
The Interstate 15 Baseline Road interchange has traditionally been one of the biggest bottlenecks in Rancho Cucamonga. Traffic from the freeway, area schools, businesses, and local residents has made that area a difficult drive for a long time. But that's going to change thanks to a $53 million project that's just getting underway. State, county, and city officials gathered in late August to break ground on the new I-15 Baseline Road Improvement Project.
Baseline Avenue is a very dangerous intersection at the I-15 freeway. This project that we will begin construction on will last about 2 years under construction, and it will definitely improve traffic congestion. It will improve the safety on our streets. It will enhance our response of emergency vehicles, both in the city of Fontana and the city of Rancho Cucamonga.
The project calls for a number of improvements, including a massive expansion and reconfiguration of the freeway interchange, as well as the widening of Baseline Road to 6 lanes and East Avenue to 4 lanes.
New bridges, new ramps, widening of Baseline and of East Avenue, and this all take about 2 years, at which time we will complete the improvements and have enhanced vehicular traffic flow through the area, as well as enhanced safety to both pedestrians and vehicular traffic.
The project has been in the works for 15 years, and in recent weeks, the city and Caltrans held several public informational meetings about the project to address questions and concerns from local residents. The 2-year project is just getting started, and during that time, it's expected to create hundreds of jobs and help the environment.
It will benefit the community, creating approximately 343 new jobs to bolster our local economy, as well as our environment, by reducing greenhouse gas by over 23,000 tons. This finished project will meet the needs of the future, providing for the growth that has already been planned and outlined in our city's general plan, and the anticipated growth of our lifestyle center, Victoria Gardens, just down the road.
Completion of the project is expected late in the summer of 2016. And while there will be some inconveniences during the construction process, officials will do their best to keep the roads open.
We'll actually try to prevent any full closures of the roadway, either east or Baseline, and there will be no closures on the I-15 freeway, north or southbound.
And while completion of the project is still 2 years away, the effort to obtain the funding for the $53 million project was an early success as a collaborative effort between local, state, and federal agencies.
And we are extremely pleased that everybody came together to help fund not only the federal government, our state government, county, Sandbags Measure I, half-cent sales tax. The city of Rancho Cucamonga put in about $20 million of the $53 million to get this project moving forward.
And in the end, the bottom line is improved traffic and quality of life for those who live and travel in Rancho Cucamonga.
The beneficiaries will be the people that travel our streets, not only those that live here in the city, but those that travel in our region.
From the I-15 Baseline Road Improvement Project groundbreaking, I'm David Wiley.
We all know that Rancho Cucamonga is a wonderful place to live, but it's also a great place for horses. Let's see why.
An Evening of the Horses was this year's theme for a dinner and horse show that was held at the Heritage Park Equestrian Center, located next to the beautiful foothills of Rancho Cucamonga. The event organizers, Pat and her son Rick Morris from the Rising Stars of Equestrian Horse Therapy, holds the annual event to raise awareness of the Equestrian Center and their organization that helps disabled people of all ages using horse therapy.
We started this thing, my parents started it 47 years ago. And so we've been working with thousands, literally thousands of special needs kids over that period of time.
She's been around horses most of her life. There's a great respect and love for these.
They're all my kids as far as I'm concerned, all right? However, yes, some of our kids are, well, my oldest kid is 93 years old, okay? So yeah, we take adults as well. Age is no matter, and our youngest rider is 10 months old.
Vince Maggio, who is a horse owner and rider before a horrible auto accident in 2002 that caused him to lose both his legs, found the help he needed to get back on a horse and ride with confidence after using Rising Stars Horse Therapy Program.
After they took me to the hospital, then they transferred me, after 2 weeks, they transferred me to Casa Colina, which is a rehabilitation hospital in Rancho Cucamonga. And while I was getting therapy there, there was a a recreation therapist that I was working with. And I had told her that I rode horses, and that's a goal was mine to be able to do that again. And she did a lot of searching and found Pat Morris within the Rising Stars. So she called them and set up a time for me to go over there, and she would show me how to get back up on a horse.
After the Rising Stars parade, many other horses and their riders rode around the arena as MC Rick Morris announced the breed of horse and its history. From Heritage Park, this is Rick Maddie for RC Spotlight.
Thousands gathered together for a crackdown on crime in Rancho Cucamonga.
Tonight is National Night Out. It is co-sponsored by the City of Rancho Cucamonga Police Department, as well as Target as our major sponsor. It is a national program. It is something that is celebrated in every city all across the nation, the second Tuesday of August.
Teresa McMahon is the National Night Out spokesperson. The introduction of National Night Out began in 1984, an effort to promote crime prevention activities, police community partnerships, and send a message to criminals that neighborhoods are organized and fighting back.
It is where the community comes together with law enforcement to celebrate law enforcement and to show the community that we are all one force going for a good cause. It's also to show the criminals in the area that we are together with law enforcement, and we want to make sure that the criminals are aware that we are not going to tolerate that in our cities.
This event marks the development and promotion of various crime prevention programs, including neighborhood watch groups, law enforcement agencies, civic groups, and those devoted to safer communities.
The community can get involved in our National Night Out program by just coming out, and everything is free here. We have vendors in the Victoria Gardens area, as well as the community of Rancho Cucamonga that are participating, giving away free stuff, giving stuff out to the children, showing that, again, we are in one force against the criminals in our area.
McMahon believes it's a wonderful opportunity to heighten awareness and enhance community relations. While one night is not an answer to crime, National Night Out represents the kind of determination to help make neighborhoods a safer place all year long. The night celebrates safety and crime prevention success and works to expand programs. Some local vendors contributed to the event as well.
Our vendors, we have approximately 40 vendors out here this evening. Obviously, we have lots of law enforcement. CHP is a partner as well as our search and rescue. Anything that we have to do with the Sheriff's Department, we're bringing in as many units as we can to show the community, basically to show off what we do. If a vendor wants to get involved for next year's program, we absolutely would love you to be involved. You need to contact us at the Rancho Cucamonga Police Department. You can contact us at 909-941-1488 and just ask for the Crime Prevention Unit.
Law enforcement officials and civilian leaders in Rancho Cucamonga are trying to keep Crime Watch volunteers informed and motivated. The first National Night Out took place on Tuesday, August 7, 1984. That first year, 2.5 million Americans took part in 23 states. National Night Out now involves over 37.8 million people from all 50 states, U.S. territories, Canadian cities, and military bases worldwide. From Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Georgette Copes.
If you're looking for a unique and local wine experience, then look no further than the Wine Tailor here at the corner of Foothill and Vineyard.
The Wine Tailor can be found, appropriately enough, inside the adobe walls of what once was the Thomas Winery, one of California's oldest wineries, established in 1839. The Wine Tailor is celebrating 10 years of doing business in Rancho Cucamonga with a consistent concept since it opened.
The customization of the wine for guests, offering a broad selection of different varietals that you can get your hands on, as well as a casual atmosphere and environment to come in and sit down and relax and enjoy a glass of wine. And to this day, a decade later, we're still doing the exact same thing.
And the idea behind the Wine Tailor actually has an international flavor. Buyers purchase top-notch raw materials from vineyards in places like Australia, South Africa, and California's Central Coast, and then bring them to the wine tailor, where they're made into unique and custom wines like you'll find nowhere else.
We are a full functioning winery. We actually purchase all of our raw product and bring it here and ferment and mostly everything in these tanks that you see. But we also sell customized wine batches. So if you have a particular flavor of wine you enjoy, we can actually make it for you in 6-gallon increments. And that's what we refer to as a batch of wine, which you would then custom label, bottle it yourself, actually use this room to have a bottling party. And then you walk out with 28 bottles of wine, usually great for gifts.
Those custom wine batches take about 5 to 7 weeks to make, and the bottling parties are especially popular for people giving holiday gifts or couples planning to get married. But no matter what you're looking for, the Wine Tailor offers a huge variety of wines.
Well, we make about 44 different varietals, everything from a Petit Verdot on up to Cabernets. We have a nice Cabernet blend, which is our most popular, the Big Daddy Red. You can choose anything from Chardonnay to Pinot Gris, you name it, we make it. And that's one of the nice things about this particular business is we're not handcuffed to just a few varietals that most wineries grow on their premises. We actually buy whatever we want to make.
And that variety is what keeps customers coming back to the Wine Tailor, and the Wine Tailor makes it easy to sample their wide range of wines through their monthly memberships that include 1 or 2 bottles of wine, discounts, and free tastings. And while the Wine Tailor is a relatively new business, owner Brian Farr is glad to connect with Rancho Cucamonga's winemaking history.
The city has a natural, cultural kind of piece of grape, and everything from decorations you see around town, names of streets. So it became kind of a fitting business to kind of just tie in with that culture that's already embedded in the community.
The Wine Tailor is located in the Thomas Winery Plaza at the corner of Foothill and Vineyard. Stop by, say hi, and try the wine. Or check out their calendar of upcoming events at their website, thewinetailor.com. From The Wine Tailor, I'm David Wiley for RC Spotlight.
And one of the best places to play in Rancho Cucamonga? Well, of course, the Lewis Family Playhouse.
When it comes to show-stopping performances that can entertain kids of all ages, the Lewis Family Playhouse in Rancho Cucamonga is the one-stop shop for both professional and community-based theater. And with the 2014-2015 season fast upon us, Rancho residents are in for a guaranteed treat, with everything from a modern rendition of The Three Little Pigs with the professional Main Street Theater Company to a full-out Sound of Music sing-along with Broadway at the Gardens Community Theater.
We have Main Street, and we have a lot of comedy acts and a lot of musical acts and a lot of dance acts along the way. So there's really, I know it sounds a little, wacky, but there really is always something for everybody who likes to see, depending on what your tastes are. Always something to see at the Lewis Family Playhouse.
The Main Street Theater hires some of the best professional actors, directors, designers, and performers recruited not only from Star Central Los Angeles, but from all over the country. This year, young audiences can enjoy modern spins on The Three Little Pigs and The Prince and the Pauper.
We do theater for young audiences, so all of our shows are based on classic or contemporary children's literature. This year, we're doing 2 shows. We're doing the West Coast premiere of Stiles and Drew's The Three Little Pigs, which is really funny and great music. And Stiles and Drew are British authors who are mostly known for writing Honk, which won an Olivier Award in England, and also Mary Poppins, which is very popular now on Broadway.
The Main Street Theater Company performances run for 3 months, 3 times a week and twice a day, a schedule that producer Maria Hepner says sells out the 550-seat theater every time to younger students, who she boasts as some of the best audiences.
It's wonderful. They're the best audiences in the world. They're honest and they're vocal, and we love having them come. And one of my favorite things is that after the performances, we usually do a question and answer session with them, with the actors, and they ask really wonderful questions, not only about the stories, which hopefully they have read in school, but just about the process of theater and how we make things happen.
And because theater is all about getting the community involved, the Broadway at the Gardens Community Theater invites residents to try their hand at entertaining the masses, and even offers classes for the non-union actors and general theater fans who want to get their feet wet and on the stage. all while treating audiences to incredible shows which can be anticipated in this year's upcoming performances of Taming of the Shrew and Cabaret.
So one of the missions in building the Lewis Family Playhouse had to do with making sure the community always had the opportunity to perform on the stage, and that it wasn't only for big name performers or professional companies. So that's part of the mission of this building and this theater, and that's part of what my passion is giving everyone an opportunity to perform and discover themselves through performing, but also we do it hopefully at a quality that's also entertaining to our local audiences.
The 2014-2015 season starts September 12th, and tickets are currently on sale. For information on how to be a part of the community theater or snag tickets to any of the shows, visit their website at lewisfamilyplayhouse.com, their Facebook page, or give them a visit at the box office. Bringing you the best of Rancho Cucamonga, I'm Conchita DeLuco for RC Spotlight.
Well, that wraps up this edition of RC Spotlight. If you missed any part of our show, don't worry. You can always catch it again on Channel 3 right here in Rancho Cucamonga, or you can go online to the city's website. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Franz!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblums, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you. Bobby? Susie? Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org. Treat your family to Van Gogurt, packed with live and active culture to boost kids' math and reading skills.
It's sure to satisfy your hunger for inspiration.
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Raisinblums make you grow up smart and successful so you can be a doctor, lawyer, handsome genius composer. Like me.
Feed your kids the arts. Visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Sounds like you could use some Van Gogurt. It's fortified with arts-rich nutrients to improve your math and reading skills. Catch!
Van Gogurt, thanks. So what's the deal with your ear?
Always with the ear, huh?
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
I'm starving. What's for breakfast?
Guten Tag!
Johannes, Franz!
I bring you arts-enriched Raisinblums, fortified with increased test scores and creative problem-solving skills.
It's good!
And good for you. Bobby? Susie? Don't worry, that's just the power of the arts!
Feed your kids the arts. For 10 simple ways to learn how, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
It's fun to sing,
Zippity zip zip zin zin zin.
dance, and play music every day.
Yeah, go for it!
Doing something artistic inspires creativity and helps you succeed in school and life.
Hooray!
Play music, paint, and dance together as a family.
Come on, team!
Blast off with the arts.
Blast off!
For 10 ways to add the arts into your life, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.